Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do my every single day makeup. So I first start off by prepping my skin using this spring water spray, and I just wipe my entire face with it. But after I did that, I still felt a little dry, so I sprayed it again and just gently pat it in. So after that, I'm going to move on to the cream, which is the Skin Fix Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. And so I just basically gently apply it to my entire face again, and this will be the entirety of my skincare because I don't like to do that much. Yeah, so now we move on to this lip balm, which is the Huda Beauty Silk Balm. And the reason why I do this is because I have really dry lips, and some of the lipsticks are really dry as well, so I usually like to put this on before the makeup to let it sit there for the entire makeup until I apply lipstick. Okay, anyways, now to Bali Body BB Cream in the shade Tan, and this is kind of my foundation, and I put it all over my face. I just basically use my fingers to spread it all over my face, just like that. And I only do this on when my skin's in good condition, but when it's not, when there's redness and stuff, I would put concealer below it. So now you can see it's kind of patchy, so I'm gonna use this beauty sponge to just pat my face and even the patches out to just press in that product onto my face. Much better. Yeah, so now moving on to concealer, which is the Kat Von D in the shade 033, and then I just put it in places that I want to highlight, so under my eyes, in the middle of my forehead, chin, and on the end of my eyes. And then basically after this, I just use my fingertips to gently blend it out first, because my fingertips is really warm, so it kind of heats up, melts the product a little, which looks very nice on my skin as well. So I just do that instead of going into the sponge straight away. But now I use a sponge again to also just to press it in and even it out in case there's any patches. Yeah. So I switched to phone because my camera died, but now it's the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Maca, and I just basically draw two curved lines under my cheekbones, just like this, and then also on my jawline. Yeah, and then also on my forehead, just to create that very tan and toned look. And then I basically, for my nose, just very randomly draw two lines on the side of my nose, just because I'm gonna use a brush to blend it out later, so it doesn't really matter. And obviously below the bottom lip. So now I'm gonna use this kind of C-shaped brush because it really have that, it fits perfectly to your face structure on the side, so it actually blends the product really well on my face, as you can see. So it kind of looks like a natural contour of your face, which is what I want every single day. Yeah, so now we just blend the forehead, just randomly. There's nothing too special about that. And then to the cheekbones, I like to use the bottom part of the brush because it's harder, and to blend it so it's better. And the other side, make sure that all the lines are blended. Yeah, great. So okay, so now we move on to the nose contour. I'm gonna use this brush, which is very hard, and I just basically go over the lines that I drew, but I just brush through the line, just to smooth it out, smooth out any uneven parts, and then I go through the very rough edges that have a really obvious line, and then just blend it out very naturally. and both sides do the same thing, and I can use my fingers to like kind of blend the lines as well. And then obviously blend this middle little dip to like create that little nose, pointy nose effect. Now moving on to my eyebrows, I use I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I use it in the shade black, and I basically just gently go through my brows with this pencil because it's really pigmented, so I don't want to go too strong, and I just basically like very gently go through my entire brow. And as you can see, like it's very thin right now, but that's okay because we just want the colors on it basically, and then later we're gonna use another brush to shape it. So same goes on for the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, so we're gonna use this like small, thin, hard eyeliner brush to just like shape the entire brow. So now you see we're like bringing out that little pointy end of my brow, and then I'm just like filling in like the front of my brow as well, and just shaping them using this brush. It's really good because this brush is like really thin, and also it's really hard as well, so it's really precise, and I feel like it works much better as like a brow pencil than it does as like a, yeah, anyways. So now I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, and this is like a customized eyeshadow palette, so I can't tell you the colors of them. I can't remember, I chose them at the store, but so like I circled the three colors that I used. So I basically blend these 3 colors, I like gently pat on them, and then like that's the color that it's like that's happening on my eyelid right now. So I just basically blend it onto my eyelid, like entire eyelid, and there's nothing like special about that. Yeah, and then I use like a smaller brush to tap on like the light brown shade, and then I just go through and trace my underline, like my bottom eyelid. Tight line my, like, yeah. So now I'm gonna use the Morphe Madison Beer palette. But I'm just using the black color for like the eyeliner, so it doesn't matter which palette you use. And I'm just using that like brush again to tight line like the end of my eye, and yeah, so you can see that. And then I use the brush to also drag out like a little liner as well. So I'm sorry I completely blocked the other eye, but it's the same. So now like the eyeliner, KVD eyeliner, why can I speak? So basically I just like go over what I just drew with the eyeshadow and just like kind of elongate it, and yeah, that's the effect that it creates. And then the same goes on the other side. Beautiful. Now to blush. So this blush is from Kaleidos. It's in the shade Lo-Fi Rose, and I just basically pat it all below my eyes. So like not right below my eyes, but like the face area beneath it, like the cheek. Not the cheek, but yeah, you know what I mean. So basically that kind of like gives your face that like subtle pinkness. It's not very obvious, but it like changes the entire look, I swear. Like I'm sure you can tell as well. And also a little on my chin. And then I use the Patrick Ta blush only on my cheeks, because that like it's much darker, and like that can create like a more tanned, sun-kissed look. And then I put some on like the little part on my nose, as well as like the cream blush. I also put it there to kind of like enhance that little nose like dip, to, and also like a sun-kissed kind of vibe. Yeah, and also some like just below. And next, NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade 608, and I put it in my inner eye corner, just very simple like this, and then like kind of like across like the tip of my nose, like a, not like a complete straight line, but kind of. And then you want to blend it also in a straight line direction to kind of like create that like, you know, box kind of like look. And then obviously the eyebrow bone, there's nothing special about that. and then some on like above the nose bridge. Perfect. Yeah, and then just use your fingertips to blend the inner eye highlight as well. Yeah. So now I'm just kind of removing the balm to like apply the highlighter better on the top of my lips. So in terms of like face highlighter, I'm using the Kiko Wet and Dry Shadow 37 and just apply it on the cheekbones. It has that like gold and pink tint. So now I'm gonna use the MAC Pro Lip Palette in the shade 6 Modern Browns, and I'm using this color, which is like marked on the picture, and I'm just using this brush to gently like trace the, like line my lips. Yeah, kind of. Just basically enhance the shape of my lips, and yeah, so this is like just like the lip liner bit. If you have a lip liner, you can use a lip liner. And then I'm using this Sight lipstick in the shade 01 Interesting, and I'm gonna use this shade to fill in my lip, in the inside of my lip. So it's like a very like kind of like brownish pink. Sorry. Yeah, so now we're gonna move on to the last step, which is the setting the face. I'm using this Kiko dry and powder foundation and just pat it all over my skin to kind of press down the oil. And yeah, that will be the end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting more makeup videos and also vlogs and blah 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 on this channel. So yeah, thank you, bye!